Hi DFA participants. My name is Olivia Barton. I am the sustainability intern at Compass at Northwestern University. I just wanted to say congratulations on finishing your proposals. I know it was a lot of work and food insecurity is like a very complex, multi-dimensional issue. Believe me, I worked at my last institution as the president of a food recovery program. So I understand how hard it can be and a little bit daunting. But it's worth it, and what you're doing is amazing, and you should continue to do that. Throughout my time at Compass, I've also had to work on a really difficult issue, and that's farm workers and farm laborers' rights. It's also a very complex issue, and it can be daunting and overwhelming and stressful, but it's totally worth it. Through Compass, I actually got to go down to Immokalee, Florida to visit the Coalition of Immokalee Workers, which are a coalition of farm laborers who banded together to make sure that they had better rights and were being treated fairly. And it was started by mostly women who were migrants or immigrants and women of color. And they've made so much change, and it really inspired me to continue to advocate for them because they are leading a really important fight. With the coalition, they ask big companies like Compass and other food service providers to sign on to the certification program that requires them to purchase tomatoes within the United States or from a fair food farm if they purchase from Florida. And since 85 to 90% of all winter tomatoes come from Florida, that means a lot of purchases are going to be through the Fair Food Program. And the Fair Food Program allows for about a cent and a little bit more per pound of tomatoes picked, which actually adds up to a lot more money, in addition to allowing for 24-hour hotlines to make sure that farm supervisors are treating all the farm laborers fairly. So it's a really impressive program, and I've learned a lot, and it really helps me to keep going and keep moving forward. So some of the events that I held for Farm Workers Awareness Week were a chef cook-off, which required 2 of our Northwestern chefs to use fair trade and fair food items. So it was tomatoes and black fair trade coffee. And we got a lot of students to participate in that and understand why we were doing this, why we thought it was important, and they just learned more facts about what it means to eat and purchase ethical food grown ethically by people who are paid fairly and treated fairly. So that was one of the events. We also ran a Fair Food, Fair Trade Jeopardy board for more of an informational campaign. And we did a Guess the Weight campaign, which we had students hold a 32-pound bucket and guess the weight. And it turns out 32 pounds is what a traditional tomato laborer will carry on their shoulders daily. So it really had an effect on students, and they started to think, oh, there are people out there who grow my food and put all this work in, and I should think about that when I'm eating and with what I'm purchasing. So that was really great. So how I am going to make sure that this movement for sustainability and fair rights continues after I graduate is making sure that with every single one of my events and the thought processes that my team is having, to record what we've been doing, the partnerships that we've been making, and what we considered successful or not, and how we would improve in the future. So not only will those be used for future sustainability interns, our real food interns, our marketing interns at Compass, but it could be shared with larger food service providers and companies who want to improve as well. Our work with Northwestern Real Food is a great example because we've been able to pair a lot with them, and they've been building off our programs, and we've been utilizing each other's connections. And I hope that that continues in the future after I'm gone. So I would just like to say, as like a last note, I really enjoyed the opportunity to talk to you today, and I really hope that you keep striving to change the world, because it's possible, it's difficult, but it's totally necessary.